Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at the Mazda SE20, and as some of you remember from the channel, I've had this car maybe 5-6 years ago, and this was before COVID. I sold it to a friend of mine, and somehow all these years later, as part of another sale of one of my vehicles, this car was included as part of a swap deal, and I got it back. So we're looking to get it back on the road, and that's going to involve doing some works to get it blue slipped. What this car is going to need is not much, just the regular run-of-the-mill roadworthy stuff. So in this instance, for this car, because it's been sitting for so long, I'm going to start with an oil service, new oil filter, check the fluids, and then look at the brakes. I went ahead because the car's been sitting for some time. I noticed there was rust in the rotors, and the brake pads, I dare say, are maybe sitting on 50% and whatnot. And because we're going for like a roadworthy to try and get ourselves a blue slip, I thought, you know what, like these are serviceable items. So I'm going to change the rotors and put some brand new pads on there. And I'm going to give the car a once over. The bodywork has sort of seen better days. I don't know if you can see from where I'm sitting right now, but you can sort of see the clear coat starting to fail. But these are like secondary things that I'm hoping to address down the track. For now, let's just make sure that it's mechanically sound and it's running as it should, and all the features and everything works. So let's get right to it and have a look at the car up close. I didn't get much of a chance to make a video on this, but I do have some photos. When cars like this tend to sit for a while, the plastic and rubber bits tend to fail a bit. So things like these get old, but they're fine. What ended up happening was I had to get a brand new radiator because the plastic fitting here where the hose connects obviously got old and aged, and it broke off. So I had to replace it. I put a brand new radiator, new fluids, top up the bottle here so that it self-bleeds, and make sure the heater's running. So that aspect was already done. To give you guys an idea, like that bit of plastic here, see how that's nice and new? Over time, when the heat cold, when that plastic tends to perish, this is what it becomes. This is essentially what's left of that pipe. It literally became brittle and it just breaks, as you can see. So once that's done, you essentially need a new radiator. Here's all our bits. Jacked up the car. Have an extra stand there for safety. I'm gonna get to the car in a minute. And it doesn't hurt to have an extra brick in front of the wheel there. You never want the car to roll forward, especially on a surface like this. So let's quickly go underneath and have a look at what needs doing. So, just bear with me. Oh, it's so awkward under here. Okay, so we're gonna undo the drain plug just here, and the oil filter is located at the back of the engine block. Let me just see if I can show you guys, if you can see that. There's the oil filter there in the back of the engine. So alright, so using a 19mm socket on this drain plug, I'm going to undo it. So, put this down here. Oh man, this is going to get messy. Let me just adjust that. That should all just drip here. We're going to wait for that oil to completely drip. Then when it's done, we're going to go address the oil filter. Okay, so I managed to loosen the oil filter, as you can see here, Just do it by hand. You can already see the oil dripping on the side there. Straight into the drip tray. Listen to that. Pretty smooth. So I'm afraid that's all we've got time for today, people. Thank you for being part of the journey. Stay tuned for the next episode when we do the brakes.